Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV and our continuing coverage of the HEYPALL Paladins Winter Series. So we are into round number 3 of tonight's Swiss bracket, and because of the number of teams that have entered tonight, we've got 6 teams here. We are going to be able to get a top 4 result after 4 rounds. So theoretically we'd have a top 4 result after 3 rounds, but to avoid kind of any questions around tiebreakers and things like that, we're going to play an extra round after that, and that'll give us our top 4 results. Just bear in mind that the top 4 from today, or all the results from today, will be combined with the results from last week, and the top 4 teams across both of the weeks are going to be invited to next week's top 4 elimination finals and the opportunity to win all of those sweet crystals. 1,500 crystals per player in the for first place, 800 crystals per player for second place, and third and fourth also walk away with 400 crystals each per player. So very generous gifts from our sponsors, Hi-Res Studios, who of course are the makers of the game Paladins. And a small game called Smite as well. You might have heard of it. Now, without further ado, here are Leboy and Matsy to bring you Element 6 versus Ninja Esports.
Hi guys, we're going to be getting into the next match shortly, and here we go. We're getting into Champion Select, myself and the People's Caster, Leboy. First pick obviously going to be going towards Ninja Esports. And the bans have come out. Bomb King and Kinessa, definitely not the same bans we've been seeing in the past few games. Usually we would see the Drogos and Androxus, but Bomb King and Kinessa being banned out this time, Leboy.
So obviously Ninja see the threat, or well, whoever is getting the Kinessa ban. So Kinessa is obviously going to be a threat on this map, which will be Frozen Guard. And she does have a lot of potential, so whichever team the ban goes off to, they obviously have a very competent Kinessa player. Both sides actually have competent Kinessa players if they're playing at their top of their game. Charlene, Makoa, and Damba locked in for Ninja. And then E6 have Drogos for the facehugger, I would say. And then Andro would be put on Mitchell, Ceres, and Ruckus being locked in. They're probably going to finalize with a Barrack. If Ninja don't take him for themselves, they have a lot of potential in what they could do. They could take Barrack, they could take Cassie, they could even take Victor as they're hovering. They obviously missed out on the Androxus, so they need something to counter Drogos, and they need him ASAP. Cassie and Victor being locked in, leaving them with only one tank, which was the reason that Conspiracy lost last time out. They didn't have that point pressure, so they're going to give the double tank plus Ceres across to E6. I would say that E6 won the draft by a landslide, although either team could come out on top if they are all playing at the top of their games. Any quick pre-match predictions, Matt?
Well, I can't really give you a real prediction because it could go either team's way, honestly. Obviously, Element 6 do have, on paper, the better team comp. However, I feel like the Esports Ninjas could potentially work with what they have here, and they could close it out. But we'll just have to see.
Very, very true, and this match will be extremely close. Will be an insane one to watch. So, guys, it's starting very shortly. Don't go away. We will be right back. Lovely people watching the stream. We have a bit of time before this match starts to quickly cover the lineups, potential picks in terms of items, and also don't forget to enter the raffle. You heard it from Crisis before. You do the exclamation mark and then HEYPALL with 2 L's. It is, I believe, so you can go in there to win the Taboo Sarah skin or the Ash Helion skin. You don't want to miss out on either of them. You do get the choice, so if you have one and not the other, then you can pick and choose as to which one you want. So obviously, free skin, why not try and enter the raffle? So if you haven't already, go ahead and make sure you do that. This match will be a very, very nice one to watch, so get yourselves comfy, guys. You could be here for a while. It could be a 3-4. It could go for a while, so be prepared to see some insane gameplay from both sides. Matt C, do you think any team has a specific advantage that you can see straight off the bat?
Well, I feel like the double tank team, being Element 6, has a clear advantage. Calder coming out with a really great wall there, blocking out the members of Ninja Esports from the point initially, giving them a little bit of an advantage at first here, and it seems that the members of Element 6 are actually managing to poke out the members of Ninja Esports quite successfully, so they're just really pressing that advantage here, my boy.
Yeah, I really think the straight point push that E6 established has been a huge benefit to them, and especially the wall from Calder, it blocked off the entirety of the ledge, so the snipers or potential snipers that are Victor and Charlene, and I say sniper as in they do a lot of damage at range. So they're basically snipers. They can sit back and get picks off. So they got knocked out of the fight straight away. So very nice play by Calder with the wall. Facehugger here doing a bit of flanking actually on the Drogos. We know what he can do on Drogos. There he goes, taking out Tribe straight away. This is what he does best. He does have this very nice dive bomb strat. Another really nicely played shot there to take out Hurricane. He got healed straight back up by Ceres, and he has just shown us why he gets the Drogo's ban that we saw last time out. He can use the champ extremely well as E6 do take that. It was 99 and 93 for both sides, so it was a very close first point, but E6 taking point number 1 in what will hopefully be a very, very nice match that continues in this fashion.
Really nice retake coming out from Element 6 there, obviously losing their advantage initially and giving Ninja Esports a bit of percentage on the point, but I think it's really, really well played to them how they were able to take that back as a team and start to obviously push the point here on the point.
Yeah, both teams do some nice retake, but there's Facehugger again. He uses this amazing strat where he dives straight down on someone, fire spits, and then salvos, and it just chunks out a load of damage. It's the strat that oh, there's another one! He's done it again! He's taken out a nice double kill, going for the triple, barely makes it out, just dies to Javek. So that is quite unfortunate. Actually, Kakacho that got the kill, but Javek was the one to bait him out. Almost got a nice split quadra there. So Facehugger, again, showing the potential. If you guys are looking to be potential Drogo's mains, then definitely watch some of Facehugger's gameplay. He does work around the champ very, very nicely as Kursway sits back, gets one of his own. Shrive takes one as well. As I said, they can hold this very well from here, as they do have a bit of high ground that they want to use at their advantage as best they can. They can sit back, they can get picks, they have the range to do so, and it's something that they're going to use in their advantage. They don't want to get dive bombed by Facehugger. He's going all the way around the side. A very nice strategy here. Shrive anticipates it though. Doesn't manage to get the shot off. Facehugger is staying alive very, very well. Provided a nice distraction. Kakacho hooked in latest Jakuras on the Ruckus. He does go down by Hurricane. There's Kursway taking a kill of his own. Mitchell might go down with the Androxus. And ult was actually popped. It might have been. I heard a sound of a potential ult, but I don't think it was popped. I did hear something though. Shrive takes a kill of his own. Facehugger jetting out of there. He plays Drogos incredibly well. Everything he does astounds me to see such a talented Drogo player using his skill. And he's very mechanically good on the champ, so very nicely played to stay alive for him, but a nice hold potential coming from Ninja.
Yeah, I think that Facehugger's maneuverability on Drogos is definitely something that he should be commended for. And here we see the majority of the members of Ninja Esports have actually been taken out, and here we go. Element 6 have taken the point, LaBoy.
Yeah. Very, very nice indeed. So far, it's just a Facehugger one-man show by the looks of things. And honestly, the Carisray Hurricane Shrive combo hasn't been too bad. They have the range, obviously being Charlene, Cassie, and Victor. They have a lot of potential to sit back, but unfortunately, none of them are really countering Facehugger on the Drogos. Only taken the one death, I believe. So that obviously shows the teamwork and communication between 3 DPS players for Ninja. They're not focusing as down, focusing him down as much as they need to. Obviously, Drogos has so much potential to do the damage that he is now. Very, very nicely played from Facehugger. He looks to be the MVP, and if things keep going this way, then he will definitely get it. Hopefully, though, we can see Ninja doing a bit better than they have been. They went for the same strat they did last time out. Gets salvoed straight away. This could be a triple coming out from Facehugger. Almost gets it. Unfortunately, does go down. Whereas Javek and Calder getting the kill together to that Facehugger. Calder takes him down. Mitchell with one of his own. And this is E6 actually playing extremely, extremely well, Maxi.
Absolutely fantastic play coming out from Facehugger there, really taking advantage of the positioning of the Esports Ninjas. Obviously, all of them being stacked up, and then he spits into a salvo there, managing to output so much damage, securing that double kill earlier, which could have been a triple kill, but unfortunately it was stunned out by Jarvek there. And we see that E6 have actually taken a third point, and potentially they could press that advantage to maybe take the map for Ola Boy.
I would have honestly hoped for a bit more of a closer encounter between the two teams, seeing as there's a lot of very nice individual players for both sides. Facehugger is actually doing his strat. I just really enjoy watching him play because he doesn't do a whole lot wrong. His positioning is key to his success. So as I said before, if you do want to look at picking up Drogos as a champ to main, definitely watch how Facehugger positions himself. He is such an insane player to watch, and again, he's going to try hunting down Chris Ray and Hurricane. Long-range shots might take him out. Calder comes in, and overall, E6 have just been performing extremely well and definitely outclassing that of Ninja.
And we see the members of E6 having a bit of a deathball-y type comp on the point, all of them mostly stacked up together, and it seems like they're edging towards the end here, LeBoy. Obviously, members of both teams taking substantial amounts of damage. Esports Ninjas at the disadvantage at the moment, but they've proven me wrong as they managed to get 2 picks, now 3, and it seems like they're going to be able to push E6 back for the time being.
Hurricane getting a very nice defensive triple kill there, finishing off a few kills and getting some nice damage done of his own. Very nice to keep them in it. It was being contested with a minute left, and obviously with just 40 seconds on the clock, they could very easily defend this. It looks like they're hopefully stepping their game up. Hurricane using the hipfire advantage that he has with the Firefight legendary cut, 30% bonus damage, and using it very nicely here now. I think that if they want to stay in it, then the tank being Pakacho needs to position himself a little better right now. He's in a very awkward position where heals might be a problem for him. Javek is sitting back and healing up the rest of his team, but not particularly the Makoa, so Pakacho has to be very careful if he wants to stay in this right now. Facehugger doing some damage, gets Hurricane down. Shrive is having some trouble trying to hit him. 207 health, does get taken out eventually by the reversal. Mitchell actually wasn't the one to take it, it was Shrive. Shrive was 2 of his, Mitchell was 2 of his. Chris Ray doing what he going to stay alive. It looks like Calder might stay alive to try and push this all the way in. This is looking very promising from E6. Could be potential 4-0. There's Hurricane though coming in clutch, taking 2 kills and having that successful defense. Some chaotic action coming from both teams, but overall, it's not going to be a clean sweep. 3-1 in the favor of E6 against Ninja Esports.
That barrage from Hurricane Gaming came in very clutch there. Really keeping Ninja Esports in the game. Very lucky for them. However, they're at a clear disadvantage here, LeBoy, as you see that Element 6 have
spawning in 15 seconds.
And quite literally on the edge of 3 ultimates at the ready. So I feel like the point could go towards them.
5, 4,
E6's
3,
first point
2,
dominance that they have. They took it the first time and they took it the second time round. They're getting that initial cap. They have definitely proven to be a very point-heavy team as they look to get it straight away again. Obviously, Ninja have adapted their strategy. They're not going to head for the high ground this time. Ceres ult comes out. This could be bad news for them. Facehugger looking to finish off low HP Shrive. Does get taken out eventually as Calder gets 1. 2 actually of his own. There's Facehugger with 2 for both him and Calder. And Rox is doing his damage, gets off the the 5th and final pick, that is going to be a wipe, and I'm going to say game over for Ninja as E6 almost 4-0 them. They come in with the 4-1, and very, very nicely played by them. That definitely was not the result that I was expecting, Matt. Did you think it was going to be a little closer, or did you perhaps foresee this being the result?
Well, I didn't see a result like this when I thought about how the match would turn out. So Element 6 definitely coming out to surprise. Very, very well played to them. Hopefully they'll be able to continue play like this coming into the future.
Just hopping over to the scoreboards, and you can clearly see how the DPS on the side of E6 outclassed that on the side of Ninja. Hurricane with 8, Caristre with 7, and Shrive with 6. As opposed to Mitchell with 11 and Facehugger with 13. And even the damage outputs, it was a little higher on the side of Ninja. Caristre, Hurricane, and Shrive all doing over 45k, whereas Facehugger did 56 and Mitchell only did the 42. So it's not like the damage wasn't there. They just weren't finalizing their kills. They were mostly targeting the tanks, I feel. So Bladed Shakura's and Calder were taking a lot of damage, obviously being the 2 main tanks, whereas Facehugger gave him a lot of freedom to flank around and do the damage that he did do. And I believe that's why I'd probably give him the MVP, even though Mitchell did quite well. But I think it was just unfortunate for Ninja Esports to not have the DPS that they needed. They didn't do too badly, but unfortunately just not as sufficient as I would have liked, just to put it in a short phrase. But I'd give Facehugger the MVP. Would you agree, Matt?
Oh, completely. The maneuverability coming out from him and just his positioning overall, definitely great play coming out from him. So, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there, LeBoy.
Facehugger gets the MVP for the 3rd round of this week's tournament. We will bring you the 4th shortly as we take a quick look over at the brackets and the last matches. So E6 obviously took the 4-1. Subway Conspiracy is still going, and Vextrum 4-0'd Phoenix Esports. So until we get the 4th round underway, we'll be right back very, very shortly, guys.